Hello everyone, Johnny Thunder, EAS&Weather here with a severe weather update. You also excuse me, I'm very congested today. I think I'm coming down with a cold, so you just have to bear with me, okay? I sound really congested, so again, just bear with me here in this video. We have a dangerous severe weather outbreak expected beginning today, and that can go into tomorrow. So, this is the Day 1 Outlook video. So, we have a moderate risk for severe weather today that encompasses south central and southeastern Iowa, the northeastern half of Missouri, most of Illinois, extreme west central Indiana, far southwestern Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee, and far northeastern Arkansas. We have an enhanced today that covers east central Nebraska, western and central Iowa, I'm going to say, the extreme northeastern corner of Kansas, central Missouri, parts of northern Illinois, western Indiana, central Kentucky, western Tennessee, eastern Arkansas, central and northern Mississippi, western and northwestern Alabama. We have a slight today that covers parts of eastern Nebraska, northeastern Kansas, northern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, southwestern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, parts of Indiana, central Kentucky, central Tennessee, central Alabama, parts of central Mississippi, northeastern Louisiana, and central Arkansas. So, anyway, and there's a marginal that surrounds it all. So, the areas in the dark green are in the marginal. Okay, so again, the marginal surrounds the other areas. So, going to the tornado threat for today, we have a big tornado threat for today. So there's a 15% chance of tornadoes today that encompasses east central and southeastern Missouri, southwestern Illinois too. So again, 15% chance of tornadoes today encompassing east central and southeastern Missouri and southwestern Illinois. We have a 10% chance of tornadoes today. So again, but areas in the 15% have the highest risk of seeing strong tornadoes today. And that also goes for the 10% tornado risk area today as well. The 10% encompasses southeastern Iowa, parts of eastern Missouri, most of Illinois, southwestern Indiana, southwestern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, northern half of Mississippi, and west central and northwestern Alabama. Now, if you look at the black dashed area encompasses the 15% and 10% tornado risk areas. The black dashed areas where we have the highest potential of seeing strong tornadoes of EF2 rating or stronger. Okay? Again, the 10% and 15% chance of tornado areas. The 15% and 10% areas have the highest chances of seeing strong tornadoes of EF2 rating or stronger. And again, the black dashed area encompasses the 15% and 10% tornado risk areas. And again, there could be strong and long track tornadoes in those areas. So, we have a 5% chance of damage to wind gusts, 5% chance of tornadoes today that encompasses east central Nebraska, most of Iowa, far northeastern Kansas, central and northwestern Missouri, parts of northwestern and east central Illinois, much of Indiana, I'm going to say, central Mississippi, central Tennessee, central Arkansas, parts of Alabama, northeastern Louisiana, and parts of central Mississippi. And there's a 2%, areas in the dark green they surround it all. Areas in the dark green have a 2% chance of an isolated tornado today. So the lower the number, the more isolated the threat is for tornadoes. But just because you have a low number, it doesn't mean you can't get tornadoes. You can still get tornadoes even in the 2% and 5%. And you can even get a strong tornado in the 5%. So, but again, the highest potential of seeing those tornadoes, don't want to accept it on me, But the highest chance of seeing those strong and long-track tornadoes are in the 15% and 10% areas, and in the black dashed area, which covers both, the entirety of the 15% and 10%. So, going to the wind threat for today, we have a 45% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or higher today. That encompasses south central and southeastern Iowa, northern and eastern Missouri, most of Illinois, far southwestern Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee, and far northeastern Arkansas. We have a 30% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today. That encompasses east central Nebraska, western and central Iowa, parts of northern Illinois, far northeastern Kansas, northwestern and central Missouri, northeastern Arkansas, north central Mississippi, western Tennessee, southwestern Kentucky, western Indiana, and northern Illinois. And there is a 15% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or higher today. That encompasses south central and southeastern Minnesota, eastern Nebraska, far northern Iowa, southwestern Wisconsin, northeastern Kansas, southwestern Missouri, central Arkansas, northeastern Louisiana, most of Mississippi, most of Alabama, central Tennessee, central Kentucky, central and northwestern Indiana, and northeastern Illinois. Now, the black dashed area, if you look at the black dashed area is where we have the highest potential of seeing hurricane force wind gusts of 74 miles per hour or higher from thunderstorms. So, anyway, in the brown area, the brown area is where we have a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or higher today. So, going to the hail for today, 30% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger today. That encompasses eastern Missouri, west central and southwestern Illinois, far southwestern Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee, and far northeastern Arkansas. There is a 15% chance of damaging 15% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger today. That encompasses eastern Nebraska, northeastern Kansas, south central Minnesota, pretty much all of Iowa, far southwestern Wisconsin, northeastern Kansas, much of Missouri, most of Illinois, western Indiana, central Kentucky, much of Tennessee, much of Arkansas, northeastern Louisiana, most of Mississippi, and most of Alabama. And the black dashed area is where we have the highest potential of seeing hail of 2 inches in diameter or larger. So again, the black dashed area is where we have the highest potential of seeing hail of 2 inches in diameter or larger. And the brown area which surrounds it all, the brown area is where we have a 5% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger today. So, going to the summary for today, a regional outbreak of severe storms is likely across the mid-Mississippi Valley to the lower Mississippi Valley, including portions of the lower Ohio Valley. Tornadoes, several of which could be strong, widespread damaging winds with gusts from 70 to 90 miles per hour, and scattered large hail up to baseball size will be possible. So, that's your day one outlook. Anyway, have a way of getting your warnings today and especially tonight, because your threat will go into tonight as well. There will still be severe weather into the night. So, have a way of getting warnings today and tonight, especially when you go to bed. So, anyway, I will have a separate video on the day 2 outlook. So stay tuned for the day 2 outlook, which will come out very soon. And be safe today.